Hello and happy Monday. This is Crystal Kirchen, also known as Crystal Kirchen Psychic Medium out of Charlotte, Michigan. You can contact me either on Facebook and or you can contact me through my website, which is www.crystalkirchen.com. But today I'm actually coming to you. I might be on a roll with this vlog thing. I'm coming to you today because there's a new movie coming out and it is about Ouija boards. Now, I will see this movie because, one, I love to be scared. I am the girl that likes to go to the haunted houses. October is not my favorite time of the year for, just by chance. It's because I enjoy being scared. As a little kid, I've always liked scary stuff, scary movies, and it's no different as an adult. So I will go and I'll see all the scary movies even though they don't necessarily scare me at all. It's very difficult to terrify this girl. But, this movie coming out is about Ouija boards, and I thought, perfect time of year, for a Ouija board movie to be coming out because 'tis the season for ghosts and ghouls. So, I thought I would make this vlog not necessarily for the people who know about Ouija boards, but for the teenagers that think it would be cool to use one, or the young adults who were like, yeah, sweet, let's go get one of these things after we see the movie, because whatever, it's fake, it's Hollywood. So this is kind of for you people. Now, I should probably say before I start that I speak from personal experience. I was the stupid person that used the Ouija board as a young adult and a teenager. I was the stupid person that used the Ouija board in a house that was located in a cemetery. Now, yes, just put a huge big thing on my forehead that says dummy. I got it. I understand. At that time, though, I didn't really see anything wrong with it because my intentions were to contact my cousin Scott, who had passed over to the other side. Now, Scott, for some reason, was the only spirit that wouldn't come to me. I know now why, but he was like the only person that wouldn't come to me. And that really frustrated me, so I was like, sweet, if I have this Ouija board that I can conjure my cousin up with and I can have a chat with him, that would be sweet. No, not sweet, people. Not sweet at all. So you also have the people who just want to use it as a party favor or party trick and take it to a party and, set up a bunch of candles, do a seance, all this fun crap, just because. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about all of these things, and I will try to stay on track as much as I can. In the spiritual world, we have this thing called intention. We believe that your mind is your most powerful tool because it is. As long as you keep your thoughts positive and your thoughts on track, that is your intention. That is what is around you. So if you go into a location and you're not terrified, you shouldn't have any problems. So, fear is your worst enemy. The problem with fear is that there's a lot of people that are fearful of the stuff on the other side, and they kind of should be, especially if they don't know what the heck they're doing. So, with the speaking about intentions behind using Ouija boards, I'm going to kind of get into my scenario when I use the Ouija board. How about that? I'll talk about me. I don't have a problem with that. I'll use me as a reference. When I was probably about 15 years old, I think it was about 14 or 15, me and one of my friends decided to I had a Ouija board. I bought it myself. I'm not even sure that my mom knew I had it because I think if she would have known that I had it, she probably would have killed me. Love you, Mom. You should have. We took my Ouija board, and her mother had a significant other that lived in a cemetery. He was a groundskeeper or something, I think. I don't know, but there was a big house in the cemetery. So we went over there. This was the sweetest house. I mean, for me, as a medium, even though I didn't know I was a medium then, this was a sweet house. Energy galore. Since then, they've tore it down. Super sad about that because it is a fantastic house. It still had lots of stuff in there. There was an embalming room. I mean, you could see, stains. It was a pretty cool house. The house kind of creeped me out, though. Getting back to the Ouija board story, her and I thought it would be kind of cool to sit down with a Ouija board because I was like, yeah, let's use it because I want to talk to my cousin Scott. My intentions were good. My intentions were to speak to Scott, not to conjure up anybody else, not to speak to anybody else, not to talk to anyone other than Scott. We went upstairs into this upstairs bedroom and we put this Ouija board. It was just us. There was no furniture in the Ouija board, There was no furniture in this room at all. So it was a table, 2 chairs, the Ouija board, and her and I. We sat at this table and, there's think there were 2 or 3 doors, because you had a closet, and then you had this other room that was behind the room that we were on, and it had a smaller door. It was really creepy, weird. It was really cool. So we shut all the doors, made sure everything was shut, and there's no curtains, so we could see outside, and we sat down and we started talking. We started asking questions. The thing started moving, so obviously, you know, both of us are like, whatever, screw off, you moved it, you know, all that fun stuff as teenagers, what teenagers do. To this day, I did not move that stupid thing. I don't know if she did, but I know I did not move it, and I know that it scared the crap out of her, and it also scared the crap out of me. So I don't know, I'm not going to say anything, I just know that I did not move that thing. So it started moving. It was little movements. It wasn't like it went all over the board and was, you know, yes, no, maybe so. It wasn't anything like that. It was little movements. But then, all of a sudden, the door behind us, that little creepy door that led to the next room that was a smaller room, it was actually a smaller room, like a midget room. It was very crazy, and I'm sorry to use that word, but it was very strange. That door opened and slammed. That door was shut. Now, I did not conjure my cousin. I did not talk to my cousin. My intentions were to speak to Scott, nobody else. As we jump up, scream, and, you know, start freaking out, laughing at each other because we're both reacting like 2 scaredy cats, we look out the window and there's a woman walking across the cemetery wearing all white. This is not the first time and the last time that I've seen this woman. I've seen her a few times. But I don't know what it was. I don't know what the energy was behind it, but we packed that puppy up and we set it aside, nothing more. My intention was to talk to Scott. I don't know what her intentions were. I don't know if her intentions were to see if what it was, if it was real. I have absolutely no clue. The issue is that there was no protection. Neither one of us knew anything about Ouija boards, and neither do you. So you might have great intentions, but what are the intentions? What are the other people in the room thinking while you're using this? You don't know, because you can't climb into their heads. So you shouldn't use one at all. I'm going to give another for instance. I have a friend that, and I'm not sure that they used a Ouija board. I do know that they conjured stuff up because they just wanted, it was completely harmless. It was completely harmless. As teenagers, again, playing around, being stupid, not thinking. Intentions were not necessarily bad. Intentions were something else. But this person was followed by something for a couple years. And I'm talking followed by something. It got to the point where, one, I couldn't be around them anymore because I was actually seeing something in them that scared the crap out of me. Thank God I had guides that I didn't know I had. Thank God the angels surrounded me, and I didn't know that I had them either. But there was one night in particular where something happened that was extremely creepy. I'm not going to get into details because it's not me, it's them. I can tell my side of the story, but I'll let them tell their own if they ever wanted to, and I'm not going to get into that. But there was something that actually happened, and my angel, a huge angel, beautiful, it was a big, bright, beautiful white and gold light that appeared in the corner of this room and filled the entire room, and what was happening was I was almost being paralyzed. There was somebody in a room next to us, the door was open, they could see in there if they wanted to, and I was screaming for help and they couldn't hear me. I was silenced. And that's something that stuck with me my whole entire life. Actually, if you look at my first video, I talk about the really crazy thing that happened to me as a teenager when I was about 18 years old. This is the crazy thing that happened to me. And that is what terrified me, and that's when I decided I wanted nothing to do with the spiritual crap because I didn't know how to protect myself. I had seen my whole entire life these weird things that I didn't know what they were. So essentially, I had like absolutely zero clue how to control it, which is the same thing when you put down that Ouija board with friends, family, or by yourself. You have no clue how to control this. So that happened, and that was all because something was conjured with good intentions. The thing about good intentions are, You have beautiful spirit walking in God's white light now on the level 2. That's the spirit that this girl right here channels. I will not channel lower vibrational spirits. Spirit on the other side has boundaries. They have limitations. They have rules that they need to stick to, that they should follow. Not all of those spirits do, because you also have earthbounds, you have tricksters, and you have people who, demons, I've never seen one myself. Well, I've seen something close to, I'll say that. But their intentions aren't good, and do you think they're going to follow the rules? They didn't follow the rules when they were here walking on earth. Why would they follow the rules when they're over there? Especially earthbound spirits, because they have not yet made it to the other side. They've decided to stay back for some reason. And if their intentions were horrible when they were alive, their intentions are not going to be pleasant when they're dead. So you have all of these people walking around beside you. So when you take this innocent little board, this innocent piece of plastic or, you know, cardboard, whatever it is, when you have that and you set it down beside you and you are by yourself or you have anybody else, even though your intentions are good, they're laughing at you behind your back because they don't give a hoot what your intentions are. What they care about is how they can get to you. So my only advice is to put away the Ouija boards. Don't use them. Don't conjure anything. If you want to speak to spirit or learn to use gifts, we all have these beautiful, wonderful gifts that we've been given by God. You know, not every single one of you are meant to use them like I do, but you have the ability to channel your loved ones. You have the ability to speak to them. You have the ability to talk to them, and it's all within you. You can do this. But there are right ways to go about it, and there are wrong ways to go about it, and I am always on the side with Ouija boards that it is always wrong to use them. Because even though your intentions might be in the right place, you have no protection. You don't know how to protect. You can Google how to protect yourself while using these things, but the problem is that you're not a practiced person in spirituality. You cannot protect yourself unless you know exactly what you're doing. Do you have contact with your guides? Have they talked to you about this stuff? Do you know how to use things like that? You can Google whatever you want, and you can put the right intentions behind it, but the problem is that there's people that are going to take advantage on the other side. It doesn't always happen, isn't always the case. Sometimes nothing happens at all, and kudos to you for having a great experience and not having anything bad happen, but I have personally seen bad experiences come from Ouija boards. Investigations that I've done with the team that I'm a part of, Ghost, paranormal investigation team located in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I have went into house and spirit will, like I said before, spirit will tattle. Spirit tells me somebody came in and they played with the Ouija board and they look at what they did. Look at what they conjured up. Look at what they are, you know, bringing in here, and now we're stuck in this place with other people who are not necessarily good, because even though spirit might be earthbound, they don't have to be bad. They maybe just didn't know how to cross over, or maybe they were holding themselves back for something and they just need a little help. But then you have people who are like, oh, there's something in my house and I want to talk to them, taping them, doing EVP sessions. You're talking to something. What are you talking to? Do you know what you're talking to? Do you have any clue what it is that is coming through to you? No, you have no clue. So stop doing it. Just don't do it. If you need help from somebody, call a professional, you know. But as for teenagers that just like to do crazy party gags and like to push the limits of the scare factor, be very careful, because even though Hollywood stuff is not real, and even though it doesn't happen like that, very scary things can come from your good intentions. You can be followed, you can be clung to, you can have somebody that doesn't want to leave you alone, and sometimes you can conjure something that's altogether evil. And I have seen it happen. I've seen it happen in my friend's life. I have seen it happen within my life. And I have seen it happen when I go to other people's houses to help with investigations. So just don't do it. Don't be that person. Don't be the idiot that brings the Ouija board to the party. And yes, I said idiot. I'm so sorry, but I was the idiot. I know who I am saying, hey, I was stupid in that moment and I didn't think. So don't be that person. Don't be the person that conjures something up that you can't get rid of. And then you got to call somebody like me or somebody like somebody else. And then we got to go to your house and do cleansings all the time. And it's just, it's a mess. You're getting a mess. Don't get the mess. I hope this helps you, and I hope that you listen and you take the advice, because I would hate for something creepy, scary to happen to you, and then you know, be seeing something stick to you. That's horrible. Nobody should be stuck to. You shouldn't see crazy stuff in your dreams at night that scare the bejeepers out of you. It just shouldn't happen, but it can. So if you go, you watch the movies, you like to be scared, whatever. I'm that girl. I love to be scared, so I'd be scared right along with you. Go watch the movie, but leave it at the theater. Don't bring it back home with you. Don't look at it like, oh yeah, that's stupid, that could never happen, because truthfully, it could happen. I haven't even seen the movie yet, but I do know bad things come from Ouija boards, and I do know bad things come from conjuring things that you can't see on the other side. I do know that bad things come even though your intentions might be the best intentions in the world. So keep your intentions pure, keep them great, manifest beautiful things in your life, but just get rid of the Ouija boards. Don't get them. Don't be a part of it. You see somebody with them, somebody says they want to like do a seance, something crazy like that, don't be a part of it. Walk out. Be like, nope, dude, this is all you. Follow that intuition, that God-given intuition that was given to you, because I guarantee your guides are going to be like, not on board with that. You're going to feel that thing going in the pit of your stomach. You're going to have that high anxiety, and you're going to feel pulled to leave the room. That is for your own safety. Do not ever second guess what your intuition tells you. Okay? Major love and light to every single one of you. I hope this video has been helpful. If it's not, then sorry about that. I don't want hate mail from anybody who has different thoughts than me on this, because truthfully, we all have our own different opinions, and mine are all based on reality and what I and people I know have been through. So, like I said, keep it pure. Be awesome. Go get scared, see some scary houses, do what you gotta do, but leave the Ouija boards at home. Leave them on the store shelf. Don't even buy one. You guys have a great, fantastic day, and I hope you all have an amazing October. I will talk to you later. Don't forget, look me up, www.crystalkirchen.com. And also, you can find me on Facebook. Much love to every single one of you. Bye.